All right, my friends, this is Donnie and Sandra's in the car waiting on me because it's about 95 degrees out. At least that's what the car is stating. But it's probably, with the heat index, we're looking at probably 100 degrees at minimum. At minimum. This summer has been a scorcher. Absolutely scorcher. We are not on a motorhome trip. We are taking an annual trip to the Dee Orchards to is that what it's called, just Dee Orchards? Yes. I believe I've always referred to it as that. It's an annual trip that we take to get some peaches, and so we've got some coolers to take with us. But this area should not be a stranger to you guys. We are at the wildlife refuge, on our way to the PD. They call it the PD Wildlife Refuge, I believe. And but this is a map of where we're at. I've got two maps here because they got them in this thing here. You can open them up. You can see where wasps have been attempting to make nests there. And but right here is where we're at. We came in here. We came in this way on 52. And we came in, this is where I'm parked at right here. And, but I'm gonna go up this way, and you can drive all the way around. And so, but this is quite an area. Actually, I think there is another road that goes back out further. I'm not sure we can take that road or not. Seems like last time we were here, the gate was locked. But they got maps. The maps are in here also. And the dark areas where, this is the area where we're at. And so it's absolutely just a little gorgeous area. And they do allow you to hunt out here. There's a number of game that they allow you to hunt. And if I remember, I always thought this was maybe like, you know, maybe it's a classroom area where they would teach or something. But I don't think it is. I think it may be where you check your game at. Maybe check out the animals. Maybe you've picked up. It just seems like it maybe, possibly, if anybody has any other information about this other than what I've just stated, let me know. And so I'm not sure. They got Kelly closure on the outside of it, but I'm not sure. It's got pamphlets in it. It looks like somewhat of a little classroom. I don't see, maybe at some point in time in the year, they open that up. Maybe it's just another check-in where maybe a visitor center or something. I don't know, guys. And so maybe what I'm thinking is, again, wrong. But this is a big area. We've came here before with the motorhome. We parked right here and decided to let the dogs out, let them run around. And I will say something about this area. I don't see any right at the moment. This place when we were here, I think one of the last trips we were out here when we were getting peaches, we saw dozens and dozens of fire ant mounds. I mean to tell you what, they were all over this place. And but this is a really neat place. If you guys are ever in the area, this is somewhere you are gonna want to come and bring the kids, bring your dogs, and maybe in the fall time we can come back out here. But this is near Anson County, for those of you that are not familiar. And but we were coming out of Rowan County, and we're headed again, like we're headed to, we're going to be right on the line of Anson County where these peaches are at. But the restrooms here are closed, but they do have an outhouse where you could go down through here. So that's what we're headed, and I'll show you what that is also. But this isn't the first time we've been here. We've been here before. But I'm telling you what, you talk about a summer day. This is it. And summertime, I think of watermelon, cantaloupe, sugar babies, and hot weather. And peaches. Can't forget the peaches. And so I don't think we're going to get enough to freeze, guys. I think Sandra's wanting to make some jam. And is that it? We're just pretty much going to eat some, get some for your mom, and make some jam. And you've never made peach jam before. This is going to be the first time. What kind are you making?
I'm making peach bourbon jam.
Peach bourbon jam.
You eat it, you can use it as a glaze on meats, and you can make barbecue sauce with it.
Okay. Well, let's head on down this way and we'll show you guys what that area is like. Well, I did get a chance to use the restroom, and let me just say that yes, this felt like an outhouse, porta-john, in 100-degree temperatures. I will say this, it was clean and it smelled good, believe it or not. We're here at the Visitor Center, and it looks like, just like last time, we are alone, by ourselves. And so I like that. I like that. This right here is a PD, I guess, I don't know what the NWR means, but National Wildlife Refuge check station. And so I think that's what that means. And but this is maybe this is it here, a check station. And as you can see, you can find out I don't know a whole lot about some of these places where you can hunt. And so but it says, for NC reporting, do not enter your harvest as on game lands. And so not really for sure. All that, you guys that are into all that can educate me, but at any rate, they got all types of information here. And but there's a road that you could travel down, and you go down that way, and it brings you all the way around. You go all the way around, and where we were at when I first started this video, that's where you come out at. And so I've started once to take the motorhome down there, but I was scared that there might have been some low-lying limbs, so I didn't want to take the chance. That was the very first time we came out here. We parked right here, and we had lunch, and we were the only ones out here then, and we had lunch, and the dinette was facing this way, and we just had ourselves a good time. And so I tell you what I'll do, I'll put a link in the description below to that trip when we came out here. And so but there were fire ant mounds all over this area. You remember that? Those fire ant mounds? And of course Finn wanted to pee on them and hike his little leg up on it. Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of geese here. But this area, guys, is just gorgeous. I mean, beautiful. And you know what? It's free. It don't cost you nothing. You can come out here. I almost wish we'd have brought our chair out here. We could have sat right here.
It feels decent under the tree. Breeze.
Yeah, there's a nice breeze and don't feel as hot. It's amazing just how much the temperature can drop underneath these thick shaded trees. And so, but check it out, guys. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Absolutely just beautiful. Top of the day to you. All the geese, they're just, some of them are, there's a number of them that are in the shade there. And then the others are just saying, we're just going to take it to the water. But here's a place you can fish at. Absolutely just gorgeous. And guys, we've had a number of people asking us, where y'all going next? Where y'all headed to? Y'all been doing any traveling? And I have to say no. We haven't done anything in a little while since the heat started really coming up. We did go to Crosswinds. We went to Crosswinds Campground, I want to say maybe in June. We did a one-dayer. It was supposed to be a two-nighter, but it was supposed to rain one of the nights, so I decided to leave. I didn't want to take down in rain, so it was calling for some pretty significant rain, so I went ahead and left. And but we just exercise the motorhome, guys, in the summer months, so we'll take it out and we'll just take it out just to run some of the stuff inside of it. And so, but we haven't been anywhere since mid-June. But I tell you what, I think I'm going to get in the car, turn on the AC, and where that car just pulled in at, we are going to follow it. And it's going to go down this road here. There's a road that goes all the way around in this huge area right here. There's a big area right there, and at certain times of the year when it rains real heavy, it's worked out to where at certain seasons it helps wildlife, and so it's really there. What? Yeah, it looked. I mean, and we've gotten somewhat of a significant amount of rain for a summertime. Did they? Yeah, I know at the time of this video, Chapel Hill and Durham areas have been hit extremely bad with flooding. But over here, and you said they had flooding over here? Albemarle, yeah, Albemarle. Yeah, because we are somewhat in a, we're close to Albemarle area, and Albemarle will flood, real bad flooding. I remember when I used to drive for this one pet supply company called Central Garden and Pet. I came through on a Myrtle Beach run, and it had just rained heavily. And guys, I saw cars completely underwater in the middle of the road. I did say that right, in the middle of the road. There were those dips that flooded, the creeks had flooded, and I saw cars completely submerged with their headlights on underwater. Now, there were nobody in it because the owner of the vehicle was sitting on the side of the road saying, hey, that's my vehicle. And so I had to divert around. But yeah, I would think that all that right there would be full of water, but it doesn't. It appears that it's somewhat dry. Even the pond out here is down. And so, but let's take a ride around and see what we can see. All right, we are headed around this thing, and you can see that I wanted to show you something here. Take note of this. For some that might want to say, well, I'm going to start driving through this where you guys came in at, where you started the video at. Well, a word to the wise. You see how wide this road is?
You can't go but one way.
You can only go one way. And so you're going to have to, if you can't pull over, and these embankments here are very, very steep. And so I wouldn't start this thing until you were at the visitor center, and then come in that way, because if you got a vehicle or a couple vehicles going this way, someone's going to be backing up.
There's another car over there. Can you see it?
Yeah, and you can see the other car. That's the car way off in the distance. And but we're fixing to park over here in just a minute, but I don't see much.
No, this is
I don't see much water at all.
Yeah, this was full of water last time.
Yeah, it's got like a moat almost around it. Whenever it's filled up, here's some water here, and I bet the mosquitoes are just rocking. Yeah. And so, but that looked like a hornet there following us.
In here.
Yeah, yeah,
that
looked like a hornet.
Yeah, I ain't rolling that window down now.
No, I wouldn't do that. God, there's a couple of them.
They're following us. There's a dragonfly.
Okay, we parked the car, and I'm just going to let you get a view here. This is where we came in at, and there's not much room. One car, that's it. And we have a little Honda Fit. If you get anything bigger than that, nothing's going around you. And so, and I think parking on the side of the embankments would be a bad idea. And so, but it's really not got much water here. I was really surprised because we've gotten a bit of water here this summer. But take a look at this. Right there. What does that look like? It looks like a horse getting water, don't it? That is the weirdest looking thing. I'm gonna walk down just a little bit, down this embankment. Take a look at that, guys. Right there. From a distance, you'd swear it was either a deer or a horse getting water. But at any rate, this is it here. Man, it is smoking hot. You hear good old North Carolina humidity. You can cut it with a knife. When we were driving in, we had a bunch of hornets following us. Whoa, 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 check it out. Not sure that had scooped down. I don't know if I got that in the frame there. And so, not sure what type of bird that was. But there's a little parking area here. This is where we parked at. Now this is that other road, that GTR road. We couldn't access it before. And so they got it chained up. But that one takes you, there's a longer loop that goes around. And I'm not sure when they open that up. But right here, I guess once it gets so full, they just open this puppy up. And so, but it's really neat, really nice, just beautiful, and absolutely just quiet. It's really quiet out here. Lots of dragonflies flying around. And you get another angle with this right here. I swear that's the wildest looking thing. The one that looks like a horse. From a distance, you'd swear it was. Okay, here, I just pulled over just for a second here just to show you this view. There's the visitor center. And we entered in and then came down this way. And I was just on that other end right there. And so it really is a nice place to come out to. I tell you, if you just want to get you a picnic, come out here in the cooler weather, you have yourself a good time out here. And so it really is nice, guys. It really is. And it's free. Don't cost you anything to come out here and see this. And here's another area. I just came around from going straight and making that little turn there. I was just beyond that turn. And so here's another area with more water to it. And I've been seeing, looks like there's fish coming up, a little nibbling. And so just a better water hole here. And so the visitor center is in this direction right there. Gorgeous, absolutely just beautiful. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in this way, and then there's another road. It's just going to circle us back out, and we'll come back out at that entrance there where that kiosk was. Well, it looks like we made a different turn. We came to a little junction, And we thought this road where I'm on right now is the one that took you out to the visitor center, but it did not. This one right here took you back out to 52. So I was in error on that. I forgot about this thing splitting off. But at any rate, if you go back, if you make this right out of here, it takes you back out where we came, which just is right around the corner there. We'd be right back at the where that kiosk and stuff was. But other than that, we are going to head on down to Dee Orchards and pick us up some peaches. All right. What we end up getting was what, a bushel?
A bushel.
A bushel for $40. And so now some of these are for my mother-in-law, and then we've got some people we're going to be distributing a few out to. But come on out, guys. And this is in Lylesville, ain't it?
Lylesville, North Carolina, yeah.
Lylesville, North Carolina. There's the sign there. And they have peach pie, peach ice cream.
Ice cream, they're really good.
All types of stuff. Yeah, the ice cream is really popular out here. But at any rate, guys, this is what we got. You guys take care. We love you. Bye-bye.